Our main man is back on the silver screen again on the quest for revenge, and he's of course letting his fists speak for him. What is going on, everybody? Tom Chattelbash here, and if you love movies and TV like I do, then rest assured you are in the right place. And without further ado, let's review Sisu, Road to Revenge, the new action sequel that no one really saw coming. I'm shocked that this movie got a sequel, but I am more than happy that it did. Now, when the first Sisu film hit a while back, it was a gigantic, pleasant surprise for me. I went in with no expectations, had an absolute blast, and I thought to myself, it would be great to see this character again, but we probably won't. And then when they announced that they were doing a sequel, I was over the moon, because I felt like you could just take this character, like the potential. I don't know what's going on lately. My brain is just short-circuiting, or maybe it's because I keep doing reviews at late hours. One of the two. So safe to say, I was really excited for this sequel, and it definitely looked bigger in scope, which had me even more excited. I'm happy to report that Sisu Road to Revenge, especially if you really enjoyed that first film like I did, you are going to get a sequel that you are going to love from beginning to end, because this is just another lean, mean, super fun action machine that is there to just entertain you, be a little bit silly, embrace that wholeheartedly, and just give you a good time at the movies, and I think it does that tenfold. Now, what I love about these two Sisu films is that there's just no fat on the bone. They're lean, they're tightly paced. I think both of these films clock in at about an hour and a half, so you get a tight 90 here, and there's just no second of screen time that's wasted. We just get right into the action, and it's just fantastic. So in Sisu Road to Revenge, we are reunited with our main man from the first film, and this time he's headed back home to take apart the house that he lived in with his family before they were murdered, and he wants to bring all the pieces of that home back to Finland in order to build it somewhere safe in their memory, which is really cute, sweet, romantic. However, that is easier said than done, because there's a commander hot on his heels, played here by Stephen Lang, who is there to try to finish the job that he started since he murdered this man's family. So you've got a revenge tale here, which is perfect for this character, this world, this story, and it's definitely not wasted in any way, shape, or form. I mean, the action sequences here are so much fun. This, like I said, this is a film that is far bigger in scope than the original. There's a lot bigger set pieces, and they're all super fun, a little bit silly, super violent, but really well constructed, really well shot. I mean, these are super entertaining action sequences that are not going to let you down, give you that bang for your buck, and they're just... they're so over the top, and I love them. This is definitely a sequel that's a little bit sillier than the first film. There are some things that are definitely... that are definitely silly, but the movie does not take itself too seriously. It knows it's a little bit over the top. It knows that there's some things that you're gonna have to suspend your disbelief a little bit, but the movie kind of wears that cheesiness and that silliness wholeheartedly on its sleeve, and I love it for it. And I feel like it's in on the joke, and thankfully, that really works in its favor. I mean, this movie's brutal, it's violent, it's over the top in the best ways possible, and it's got that great emotional through line of this man getting revenge for, the murder of his family. I think that is really potent here. And I have to once again point out the central performance from Jorma Tommila. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but he once again is just a force to be reckoned with. I mean, this is an actor who has to carry this film and the previous film on his shoulders without saying a word. And he does such an amazing job by showcasing all of the emotions of this character, the pain, the heartache, the anguish, all through his mannerisms, his facial expressions. I mean, he's so good in these two movies. I feel like he doesn't get enough flowers for his performance, because not a lot of actors can play a silent character like this and make them so compelling and so fun to watch. So kudos to him. I think it's just another strong performance here. I think he gets a little bit more to do. I like that we flesh him out a little bit more here. We get to learn a little bit more about his family and his backstory, and it just makes him even more emotionally compelling. And like I said, Tamila's performance just super strong here. I mean, is this movie perfect? Absolutely not. There are some moments that for me were just a little bit too silly, mainly because there are so many scenes where characters do things or maybe not do things that is so frustrating, where you really have to suspend your disbelief to believe that a certain thing is happening, where it just kind of took me out of it a little bit. And also, there are so mmany instances where people have this man in their crosshairs where they could easily put him down, or they could easily wipe this man out, and they just don't. And it gets to a point where it's like, okay, this guy could have been killed like 1,000 times at this point. So like I said, it really requires a big suspension of disbelief. I would say more so here than in the first film. But yeah, in the end though, Sisu Road to Revenge, I think, is a bigger, better sequel than the original. I think it takes what you love about that original film, maintains that, while also just adding adding a bigger scope, adding more violence, adding more fun, and just more of an emotional undercurrent that I really appreciated. And it's just a really fun action movie. It's not perfect, it's silly, it's over the top, but man, did I have fun watching this one. And I would see 1,000 more of these Sisu films, and I hope they continue to make them and just make them bigger, better, more violent. Just, I love this. I love this series. I love this character, especially because he's not some invincible god. He's just a skilled man, a very resilient man who gets the shit kicked out of him, but he just keeps going. He keeps chugging along, and it's amazing to watch. And I love that about him. I love that John McClane aspect of him. He's like an everyman who also just happens to be a brutal killer with a particular set of skills who just wants some fucking peace. So in the end, I'm going to give Sisu Road to Revenge 3.5 out of 5 stars. Really fun action movie. Definitely one of the better action films of the year for sure. But if you check it out this weekend, let me know what you think of it. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Do you think it's okay? Do you like it more than the original? Less? Let me know down below. And until next time, everybody, I'm Tom Chattelbash, YouTube's most reliable movie critic.